Catherine,
Yes.
could you tell us a little bit about your eBay store and how long you've been on eBay?
Sure. Joe, I've been on eBay for about 6 years. I'll be honest, my store varies. It depends what I source. I source from stores in New York City. Right now I'm really focusing a lot on plus size fashion because that seems to be what I can get. In fact, I got 3 bags over there. I just hit the store and picked up some great items. So plus size for ladies and for men.
Oh, that's very nice. Have you noticed that this summer has been a little slower than usual?
Honestly, for me, no, because I just changed up my inventory a lot, so I've been doing very well. And the other thing, Joe, is I'm actually very active on social media, and I find that really helps to drive my sales.
And I believe you're a big fan of Pinterest, right?
I love Pinterest. Very, very good. I've also been learning Google Plus and also YouTube. And I know you are the king of YouTube.
Not at all. But will you tell me something about Pinterest? Because I know nothing about it.
Pinterest, particularly if you have products that are good for women, but more and more men now are coming on Pinterest. It tends to be more affluent people with incomes over $100,000. So for the kind of fashion that I'm selling, that's very, very good. The big thing with Pinterest, like all social media, which I'm sure Sandy's going to be talking about, you want to be social. What happens a lot of times, Joe, especially eBay sellers, we're so excited about selling, so we sort of bombard people with just product after product after product, and you don't want to do that. So for instance, if we were going to do a hubcap board, I do boards for different kinds of cars, so maybe I do Chevy boards and Buick boards, or cars from different periods, so cars from the 50s, cars from the 60s, cars from the 80s, because people will come in on those boards because they love the vintage look, they love their vintage cars. Maybe famous cars in movies. You could do movies that have great cars in it. And then they land on those and then they go, oh, look at this, Joe also sells parts. Then they go to your parts board, and when you click the pin, it takes them to either your website or your eBay store, wherever you're clicking the pin from. So from a social connection, you're actually driving traffic to your items.
Nice. Now you've been on eBay a long time too.
Yep, a little over 6 years.
Okay, and you're a top-rated seller?
Top-rated silver power seller, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Is there anything you would like to see changed at eBay?
Changed at eBay?
Maybe a little more seller-friendly?
I think they are very seller-friendly, to be honest. I think as a seller you have to be proactive, and I think that if there's policies that you're unhappy with or that you don't understand, because you always have to consider the big picture, not just the areas that you're selling in. I find the eBay staff are very accessible, especially with the advent of social media. There's a Facebook page, eBay for Business, which actually has staff members on it, so you can shoot the messages and get answers within 24, 48 hours. Again, sometimes the answer may not be what you want, but you will be heard. And I find a lot of it is, rather than grumbling, complaining, holding resentments, it's up to us as sellers to communicate clearly and precisely what our needs and wants are.
Nice, nice. All right.
I reach out a lot. I find they listen, but you have to take the time to reach out and be specific about what your need is. And again, the answer sometimes, like I asked for some today, the answer is no, but I understand the policy, so I understand why the answer is no. So I feel taken care of because I know I was heard. I think a lot of times sellers don't feel like they're heard, but if we don't speak up, you're not going to get heard. But do it responsibly, don't just kvetch.
Right. Try and accentuate the positive, not the negative.
Accentuate the positive, but also you need to be clear about what you need and want. A lot of times people just sort of general, like, oh, well, eBay's not seller-friendly. Well, what do you mean? Are you not being listened to? Is there a specific policy you don't like? You need to be specific, just like with the hubcap. You can't just say, Joe, I need a hubcap. Well, what car, what year, is it front, is it back? You need to be specific.
Okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for being on the show. And in case you don't know my YouTube channel, it's Crazy New York Driver.
We will Facebook each other and I will find it.
Okay. Thank you.